Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Well guys, just a few comments could be made on the gold markets, and you can see the changes in the price action is not very significant compared to yesterday's chart. But the major point here is that in fact we're getting right now what we expect to get and what we would like to get. So recall our discussion of the situation on the gold market. We said that if market is really bearish, and to keep the perfection of the bearish market, the gold should turn down from the monthly pivot point. It should not show too deep retracement because market is not at oversold, and there's no significant reason for showing any significant upward retracement. For respect of this support area, this 1173, 618 support, it's quite sufficient, this minor bounce, to show the respect of this fib support at the first touch. So that has happened. Now market is turning down. That's what we would like to get. Another moment here with this downward continuation stands with the recent data that we've got yesterday on the ADP report. So you know that report was really poor, and it put the shadow on the tomorrow's non-farm payrolls release, because we have talked sometime that the ADP numbers have very strong correlation with the non-farm payrolls release, approximately 95%. We even have the regression model based on the NDP report and then initial climbs that could lead us to forecast the non-farm payrolls release numbers, and it's really very sharp. This model is really very precise. So it tells that tomorrow's numbers on the non-farm payrolls release with a high probability also will be poor. But the impact of this poor data on the gold market is really very mild. So you can see that gold even wasn't able, and the market participants of the big banks that Reuters reports today also mentioned about this, that despite the poor data on the ADP report, the gold market absolutely doesn't show any reaction, doesn't show any attempt to use these numbers to challenge the 12-even area again and trying to pass through this resistance. No positive reaction, no upward action, even based on the poor data. So that really tells that the gold market right now has the bearish sentiment and it really looks heavy. It just has no power to continue move higher. And based on the information that we've got on the previous weekend on the CFTC report, we do not see any increasing of the long positions by investors. The short position have been contracted, but no new long position have been opened. And that when the fuel of the closing of the shorts have ended, the market just has no other power that could drive it higher. That's why downward action right now is starting to appear again. And if this drop will continue, the first target that we'll be watching for is the lows at the 1140, 1130 area. That will be next our destination. If you will take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, here guys, you'll see how it has happened. So that was the upward reaction hitting of the 618 area. So that's our resistance cluster that we have pointed as the possible area where we should take the short position and where market really could reverse down. Right now what we see, market return right back down below the monthly pivot point. Right now market is return right back down below the weekly pivot point. That's really bearish. And what is also significant is that this thrusting candle down has survived and market hasn't erased it by the upward action. So you can see the market has stuck somewhere in the middle of it. That's the good sign. So it means that, for a bearish market, is that the bearish sentiment, bearish trend is still valid. That was just a deep retracement, the 618 retracement with that move. And market right now is continuing lower. So let's see what will happen. How the non-farm payrolls are released tomorrow will impact on the gold market. But right now, the market confirms the bearish sentiment and behaves as it should be according to the market mechanics. So it's very good that the market has turned down right from here. And what is more important, guys, take a look that the recent thrust up here was erased by the price action. That was probably the reaction on the ADP report. Very small. As you can see, drop down, move up, and again drop down and continue move lower. So currently, guys, I don't see any signs why we should take in any longs position here. It's better to prepare for the further downward continuation in the bull market.